for the community of Green Bay and our guests that'll be coming to the area here for the NFL Draft here in 2025, coming up here in April. James Anderson from the Parks Department here at the City of Green Bay, and we're hosting this press conference here at the Neville Museum. Thank you to our friends Beth and the Neville Museum for hosting us today. We were going to do it over at Light Park, but with the temperatures, we figured, you know, this is a much more warm place. Plus, if you look over here, we have Light Park, we have the downtown city landscape, and we're also amid the on-Broadway district, which is the perfect place to announce what we're going to announce here in a few moments. So, to put on these events, it takes a winning team. Teamwork makes the dream work, and to a lot of people that are contributing to various roles and aspects to make this, well, a really cool, high-energy event. So to help kick things off this year, we'll hear from some of the team members and partners today that are really helping to make this a possibility. And the starting lineup from who you'll hear from today is Mayor Eric Ginrich, and we have Mike Hooper, President of Wisconsin Public Service. We have Seth Peterson from Festival Foods, and we also have Brian Johnson, Executive Director of On Broadway. But before we hear from them, I'd like us to turn our attention to over here the backdrop that we have today, because on Wednesday, April 23rd and Saturday, April 26th, City of Green Bay, along with our partners over at On Broadway, Draft City Music Fest. So Draft City Music Fest will consist of 2 free concert-type festivals. Draft Kickoff, presented by Wisconsin Public Service Foundation on April 23rd, and also 8th Round Downtown on April 26th. So Wednesday, April 23rd, from 4 to 11 at Light Park, we'll host the WPS Foundation Draft Kickoff event. It's a free, live music, glow-themed event with giveaways, family-friendly fun zones, activities, vendor zones, food trucks, beverage tents, a beer garden, and of course, fireworks, followed by a national headliner act on the main stage, really kicking off the festivities for the upcoming NFL Draft the next day. On Saturday, April 26th, from 5 to 11 at Light Park, we'll add the finishing touches to your 2025 draft experience by having the 8th Round Downtown. This Draft City Music Festival type experience will feature 4 to 5 live bands with the headlining act as the grand finale to the weekend. The local breweries that are teaming up to have a local craft brew that's exclusive for Draft Week offered at that, along with all the other things I mentioned on Wednesday, essentially, except for not so much of the family fun zones and those kind of things, but we'll have other different activities and surprises planned for that day, along with some fun surprises. So, other things will be announced soon. We're going to announce the band lineup, those kind of things at a future press release, at press conference when we have everything lined up, and it'll be really exciting to see what we have planned for you guys. All right, we're almost to the goal line here, ready for these guys. But before we get to our sponsors and our partners here, the city also has a team of folks behind the scene that really makes this thing happen and help make this a reality. So we have some of our team members up here today. I just want to thank Ann and Alex and Shelby and Dan Ditchite, our director over here, for helping support this and make this happen. And we're going to kick this things off. So I'm not sure how many times I can use that today, kicking this thing off, but we're gonna do it because this is the Draft City kickoff. So I'm honored to introduce the guy behind the scenes of Green Bay here that makes all this happen. Your mayor, Mayor Eric Ginrich.
Well, thanks so much, James. I don't know, are you the quarterback? Is that's the position you play here in the city? But James has been doing a fantastic job, you know, really coordinating a lot of these activities, these plans that we have coming together to collaborate with the NFL, with the Green Bay Packers, to really put Green Bay on center stage for this weekend. This is a massive opportunity for us as a city, as a community, and of course we're incredibly grateful to the NFL for choosing Green Bay, but of course to the Packers, to Discover Green Bay, for putting in a ton of legwork over the years to actually you know, put Green Bay in as a city and have us awarded for this amazing event, which, as James said, is coming up here, and I think it's 99 days. So I know it's going to get here really quick for us as a city, for our community members. So we've been pretty strategic about what we've been planning to highlight our community here within the city, and also very intentional working with the NFL, working with the Packers to complement and not compete with the programming that they have on offer there, which is why, as James said, we're planning these kind of like shoulder events. Wednesday night prior to the draft, on kind of the draft eve, and then as he said, this kind of 8th round downtown after the draft wraps up on Saturday afternoon, evening, again highlighting our downtown. And that's really key for us. I've had a number of conversations with other host communities, host mayors, primarily in Kansas City and Detroit, and they said, it's a massive opportunity, but you really have to take advantage of it. You have to leverage the chance to have this event within your community and do whatever you can, to attract people to all elements of the city, to our downtown, to the Military Avenue district, to all of the amenities that we have to see. And so that's why we're so excited to put on the Draft City Music Festival, these two kind of shoulder events. Incredibly grateful to WPS Foundation, Mike Hooper, Pat Schillinger, Matt Cullen, the whole team who have been incredibly supportive of our vision here, and obviously our title and lead sponsor for that Wednesday event. Festival Foods providing support for the fireworks. Also amazing community partners. They do that every year for our 4th of July event in partnership with On Broadway, and just very excited that they're interested in doing that for this event too. The other thing that I wanted to highlight is that this is not just an event for visitors, right? We're going to be doing a lot of cool things around town during this stretch, and we don't want community members to stay in their homes. We really want them to come downtown, to the draft itself, to all of our business corridors, to act as ambassadors as well, to really welcome people to our community, to celebrate with visitors, visitors who are supporting the Packers and maybe some other teams as well. But we want to make it really clear that these events are not just for visitors. They're for our community members. They're going to be very family friendly, and we're looking forward to everybody celebrating with us this massive opportunity to showcase the city of Green Bay. Lastly, I just wanted to note that we, as I think we've talked about before, certainly through the city committees and at our council, some of the improvements that we have planned for Lake Park. So I want to highlight the fact that it's actually going to committee tonight, some of the new plans that we have for a pavilion, a reinvented and recreated stage over at Lake Park. Lake has been such an important community space for us, but we see the opportunity to really enhance things. And so, we've been doing a lot of partnering with On Broadway, with Brian Johnson and their team to do some fundraising to support that work. We've devoted some TID resources for that purpose, but everything over and above the costs associated with putting on these events that we've talked about, that additional revenue will be to support the creation of, like I said, an enhanced pavilion and beer garden there at Lake Park, as well as that reimagined stage. So really excited about what we have planned for the community here coming up in less than 3 months at this point. And really could not be doing this without those sponsors and partners that I had mentioned. Of course, On Broadway, all of the work that they've done throughout our downtown. They were kind of a natural partner when we were kicking around some of these ideas and wanted to pull together this style of an event. So incredibly grateful to all who are involved in making this happen, and really excited to see this event come to fruition here in just a few months. So with that, I'm going to turn things back over to James Anderson. All right.
Thanks, man. Like I said, I get the privilege to be part of this team and meet some people, build some relationships, and work with folks that believe like something special when you work together. And within the team, of course, are their teams, and we're all coming together. So without further ado, I'm really privileged to introduce Mike Hooper, the president of Wisconsin Public Service, and he's speaking. He's energizing, literally energizing our community with their.
All right, thank you. I wish I had a pun to follow that up with, but we will energize the kickoff. And thank you, Mayor, and good morning, everyone. I'm honored to be here on behalf of the WPS Foundation and the team up with the City of Green Bay to be able to kick off this unforgettable event here in Titletown. The draft is the ultimate celebration of individual talent, and it's a perfect fit for a city that reminds us of some of football's most legendary names. Yet Green Bay is truly defined by teamwork. One of Vince Lombardi's famous sayings was that individual commitment to a group effort, and that's what makes a team work. It's really what makes a company work, a society work, and a civilization work. And the WPS Foundation really is thrilled to join the team that will help this historic event, help lead this historic event, and leave a lasting impact throughout this region. We're proud to be the presenting sponsor of the draft kickoff event. It's an example of our longstanding commitment to strengthen the communities we serve. I really think this is a unique event that will give football fans of all ages a chance to participate, to enjoy some outstanding music, participate in fun activities and experiences, and really experience the excitement of the draft with their family and friends. Much like the mayor said, we want the folks to come out and really take advantage of this opportunity coming to Green Bay. The draft kickoff presented by the WPS Foundation hopefully will encourage thousands of people to visit or stay in downtown Green Bay, boosting economic activity for local businesses, as well as be participating in some fun activities well before the #1 pick is announced. The draft will no doubt highlight the football stars of the future, but it's also a chance for us to spotlight how our region stands out off the field. The same qualities that Lombardi valued: dedication, commitment to success, support for each other, and teamwork are what makes our community such a vibrant and memorable place. We're excited to provide the draft kickoff event to support our community and help visitors experience the unique energy of the upcoming draft. Everyone to downtown Green Bay later this spring. Thank you.
Thanks again. Next up is over at the team over at Festival Foods, and thank you for their continued support of the community, are stepping up once again to light up the night at Light. So now I'm happy to introduce Seth Peterson from Festival Foods.
Appreciate it. Thank you. On behalf of Festival Foods, we are excited to partner with On Broadway to be a part of the draft kickoff event by hosting a firework event. We have been hosting firework events across the state since 1991, but never before an NFL draft. This is an incredibly unique opportunity for the Green Bay community to be in the national spotlight. We are honored for the ability to put our best foot forward and take our place alongside the rest of the community by providing a free, family-friendly firework experience for all to enjoy. We have partnered with Spielbauer Fireworks to enhance the event by making it a full pyro musical. In addition, the show will be conducted on barges this year, a first for our community. Thank you for allowing Festival Foods to be a part of this once-in-a-lifetime event, and we look forward to seeing you all on April 23rd. Thank you.
All right, it's been a pleasure working with On Broadway over these last, 6 months, I should say, but it's overall a lot longer than that. So, but the team over at On Broadway, Allie Thutt, Mary Rode, and their executive director, Brian Johnson, have been awesome. And I'm happy to introduce Brian Johnson as our next speaker.
Thank you. 30 years, James. On Broadway's 30 years this year. I think probably older than you, maybe even. But so here's, for those who don't come to press conferences often, this is what I love about today is the wonderful turnout from our local media. You know, what the NFL draft is, to hold a press conference and say, we're going to watch, we're going to watch paint on this wall dry, NFL draft. And people show up. And that's really great for our community because we get to tell stories that we don't always get to tell. And we get to take advantage of that in a way that we don't, that we don't always have that opportunity. And so, of course, I want to start by thanking Wisconsin Public Service and Festival Foods for really stepping up in a meaningful way. This is what allows these things to happen in our community. Events cost money, experience community, but in order to do so, we need the philanthropic support of sponsors like WPS and Fest will be a participant in this. We'll have in-kind support, but there are many other partners as well that make these things happen. And so when you think about sort of the overall umbrella of what's happening, we're really here to talk about, obviously, this event today, but touchdowndowntown.com. Did I get that right, Mary? touchdowndowntown.com. That is where we are housing all of the activities going on in the downtown area. The mayor alluded to it. And we've had similar conversations as well with our partners in other communities that run downtown organizations. And they've said, hey, you really need to make an effort to get people to experience your entire community. And what's been really great about working with the NFL and the Green Bay Packers is they recognize that as well. We want everybody in our community to benefit from the economic prosperity that the draft can bring to this region. And in order to do that, we really have to. They want to experience the draft, and so the mayor said that, right? We have zero interest in trying to compete with that, but we also know anytime any of you visit a community, you want to see other things. And so we want to create that opportunity and that ability for folks to do that. So a couple of things that will be going on during that week. We have the Uncle Mike's Kringle Combine. And so that sounds very tasty. I'll probably be first in line for that one. Other things that have been previously announced, the Green Bay Booyah Battle. And so now our partners at Downtown Green Bay will be hosting that on the east side, and I know they're working really hard on that, and something that is obviously unique and distinct to this area. And we want people to experience that flavor of Northeast Wisconsin. Golden Maid Events, Draft Day 5K. Ali Tut, who runs that organization, will be doing a 5K run that will be NFL or football themed and occurring throughout the downtown area. Downtown Green Bay as well will be doing the Living Packers Heritage Trail, which sounds very fun. I think they're partnering up with a historic organization on that and really kind of provide that level of interaction that people oftentimes look for at those experiences. City of Green Bay also is doing the Field Fest at the original site and home of the Green Bay Packers, and so that'll be a really cool experience, I think, for our kids and other individuals who always don't get to experience the NFL in that type of way, especially the historical significance of that site. The Neville Museum they're working on 2 great displays related to the NFL that will be here. And so we encourage visitors to, when they're down here experiencing these events, come on down to the Neville and just really check out this local treasure that we have here in our community and learn about all the historical artifacts, particularly those that are relevant to here. Fun fact, if you guys didn't know, I think this is the coolest thing. We have one of only 2 autographed photographs of Abraham Lincoln in the entire world. Right, and that's right here in the Neville. So they have just a wonderful treasure here that I think we really should all appreciate. And then lastly, I kind of want to wrap up on this particular event. And we're going to be promoting, obviously, our businesses. A number of them have different events and activities and promotions that will all be included on that website too. And this is really about making sure that our downtown benefits and has the opportunity to experience a lot of the hype and the fun and energy that will come along with the NFL draft. And none of this happens without partners. And we've talked a little bit about the sponsors. Obviously, the city is kind of the lead on this initial event that we're announcing today. But I also want to recognize Ali Tut from our team with On Broadway. She's just a wonderful event organizer. On Broadway was originally not intending to do an event for the draft. We really wanted to lean in and focus on some of the other projects we're doing. And when the city really kind of started talking about this idea, we recognized that there was an opportunity and a place for us to maybe provide some assistance. So Allie and her team, Betsy and Carrie, will do an amazing job with providing support there. But I also want to acknowledge, this event is really kind of a 3-party agreement between On Broadway and the City of Green Bay and Tom Johnson. And for those who don't know Tom, there's nobody in our community that books music better than Tom does. And he knows what he's doing, and he knows how to identify really great talent and create these really great experiences for our community. He's been doing it for years, and he's going to do it here too. And so we look forward to being able to announce that lineup and when that's all put together. And I know Tom's going to really deliver an amazing product for all of you. So with that, again, just we want to recognize that this is, I said Discover Green Bay, right? They're obviously part of this in downtown Green Bay, but it takes a village, it really does. And there are a lot of folks that are rooting for Green Bay to host a successful event. And, one of the things that I picked up on in a recent conversation is the NFL, someone from the NFL had mentioned that Green Bay has elevated this to a new level. And we might be the smallest market, but boy, we are committed, and we are committed in a way that other cities sometimes have a hard time understanding, but we understand it, and it's because it's who we are, it's our identity, and we're going to deliver a really great experience. We know that when the NFL leaves here, they're going to say we want to be back because Green Bay did it better than anybody. And so with that, I guess I'm going to turn it over to James for final words.
Yeah, I really want to reiterate, everybody's part of this, but yeah, Tom Johnson's really making this event cool, right? Because just really quick story. last night is my oldest daughter's 13th birthday, and it was getting kind of late, and after cake and ice cream and everything else, my wife says, hey, James, why don't you kind of wrangle the kids up, right? Get them to bed here, it's getting late, school's in the morning. And so I go out there, and I'm like, all right, guys, time to go to bed, right? Let's go. And everybody just sat there and continued to play cards and, laugh and goof around. And I said, well, hey, does anybody want to hear my speech for today? And I got up and started, going through my notes, getting ready for this morning, and all of a sudden, everybody went right to bed. And I was like, all right, that worked pretty good. So, but yeah, this is going to be a really fun couple days overall in Green Bay. And just wanted to ensure that all these events were free and making this possible and joining the Energy of the Week and stuff. So thank you so much once again to our presenting sponsor, Wisconsin Public Service Foundation, and also Festival for lighting up the night at Light. But I wanted to really end this by saying private-public partnerships are really important when it comes to how we make things happen here in Green Bay and make them elevated to a level where people can be proud to say, hey, I went to this event, I went to Green Bay, and this was really cool. And it seems fitting to say, hey, we're still looking for other organizations and companies. We still need a presenting here for the 8th round downtown, and pursuing other people. But we're looking for other sponsors to help us out with all factors of this event. So we're kicking off our sponsor campaign right after this press conference, and we're looking forward to talking to you about the opportunity to work together with that. And with that, we're ready to kick this thing off. I don't know. Do you want to kick it off with an actual? Yeah.
Too old for that. I'll be injured. I'll be on injured reserve.
All right, but thanks everybody for coming. Really excited about this event's coming up, and hope you guys have a great day.
Absolutely, thank you. Appreciate it. Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, thanks, James. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it.